Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Sunday, February 9th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with AEW Collision broadcast live last night on TBS and Max from the Fort Bend Epicenter in Rosenberg, Texas. In the main event, Kyle Fletcher defeated Mark Briscoe. In the opening match, the Undisputed Kingdom won a three-way tag team match against Shane Taylor Promotions in the trio of Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. After the match, all of the participants were attacked by Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac, but the Undisputed Kingdom fought them off.
Is that what? Oh! 3 straight wins for Adam Cole, who said you picked the wrong team, the wrong people to fight with, and they are fighting back the trios champs.
And it certainly looks like it right now.
Look at that ankle lock on Wheeler Yuta, who's getting pulled out by Claudia. And look who's standing tall in the ring.
I am so damn sick and tired of you three thinking you can do whatever the hell you want. I said that in 2025, we were going to prove that we are the best trio in AEW, and I think next week we should cash in on that promise.
In other results, Bandito beat Brian Keith. Thunder Rosa defeated Penelope Ford, but then was attacked by Megan Bayne, and Toni Storm jumped Mariah May immediately after May had won a quick squash match over Shay Carmichael.
No, don't you dare!
It finally gets away!
By the grace of God.
Timeless Toni Storm, next Saturday, returns home. Will she become, once again, AEW World Women's Champion?
In WWE news, the recent WWE talent cuts have continued, with Isla Dawn, Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and Giovanni Vinci yesterday reported to be departing the company. Dawn, formerly one half of the Unholy Union tag team with Alba Fire, announced her departure on social media. There has been no similar announcement for Fry, and it is assumed she is remaining with the company at the moment. The release of Vinci, who first came to WWE and NXT as an original member of Imperium with Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, was initially reported by Fightful Select. It was also Fightful that reported the release of Gallows and Anderson, which is particularly of note because Anderson has been on the shelf with an injury since early October. Yesterday's announcements bring the current tally of WWE talent releases to 10, including the previously announced departures of the authors of Pain, Paul Ellering, Blair Davenport, Cedric Alexander, and Sonya Deville. And finally, in independent wrestling news, Ricky Starks, an AEW contracted talent, has won the Defy World Championship, defeating Kenta for the title on Friday night at Defy Wrestling's 8th anniversary show in Washington Hall in Seattle. Despite still being signed to AEW, Starks has not wrestled for the company since March 30th of last year, and since that time has also wrestled 4 other matches on the American Independent circuit. Also at Defy's 8th anniversary show, 2 other AEW wrestlers, Ricochet and Swerve Strickland, continued their on-air rivalry with an angle involving an impromptu brawl.
And it is on! Swerve Strickland has had enough of Ricochet!
All the frustration of previous weeks coming out right here in the Defy ring of Ricochet, eating every last bit of it!
Oh man, Ricochet! With the thumb in the eye of Swerve!
And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.